Hi Libras, it is AD with kayxztarot, and I'm doing your November mid-months for 2018. Alright Libras, so before we begin, thank you guys so much. Thank you for your love. Thank you for your support. I am so humbled by you guys and by you guys' comments and loving. Like, I just really truly appreciate it. You guys, y'all are what I do it for. And like I was saying in previous videos, I just feel like, you know, we're at the beginning of building a really strong community. And like, I thank you guys for being a part of that, especially so early on in the game. In the game. gang, but like, peace gang. But I'm really feeling just so grateful for you guys, and I hope that you guys continue to support. Please continue to like, share, and subscribe. Please remember that I am still doing that $10 3-card special. All the information for that is in the description box below. Also my Instagram, if you would like to follow me, that would be dope, spectacular. And yeah, so without any further ado, let's get into it. I will say that while I was pre-shuffling, I did see a lot of anxiety cards being left out in the cold. So some people, some Libras are really kind of going through it right now and really being tested. Like I said, I remember you guys in your last video, it's just like there's just such a shift in energy with you guys. You guys are not standing for the same things that you were taking before, and so you guys might be feeling kind of isolated in that. So I'm curious to see how it's going to manifest in the actual reading. But know that Spirit sees you. I see you. We got it. We're hoping to provide some clarity. But, you know, transitions can be hard, especially when you're stepping into your power. So just be mindful of that, all right? Let's get into it. See, look, that's what I'm saying. The Five of Pentacles was at the bottom, all right? So some guys are feeling like you're left out in the cold. But the thing about the Five of Pentacles is they're in front of a church. So there's charity right there. Sorry. I'm sorry. I'm going to have to adjust this camera. I look kind of far away. Sorry. Okay. Yeah, so, like, some people are just feeling like they've been left out in the cold, but they're in front of a church, all right? And the church offers charity, offers a place to home. If you're homeless, it offers you a place to stay, right? That's what the church symbolizes, okay? So just be mindful of that. You're never truly alone, all right? Libras. See, boom, and then we have that, yeah. And then I kept seeing the devil, too. Could be connected with the Capricorn. But just the material world. And then we have heartache. Yeah, some Libras are really going through it. I definitely see that. Definitely see that, alright? So at the bottom of the deck, some of you guys are connecting with a Virgo, or any other sign for that matter, but I also saw the Hermit. So the Queen of Pentacles. So this is really focusing on self-nurturing and self-love, all right? Some of you guys are really taking it internally and focusing on your abundance, but just really what I'm really getting is just nurturing, but nurturing yourself, all right? It can be nurturing other people, of course, but with all of those cards, I'm really sensing just kind of like healing, treating yourself. Some of you guys, y'all need to get a pedicure or a manicure. Not saying that your toes are crusty, but some of you guys just need to be treated, all right? To take your mind off of it. Some of you guys need to be catered to, all right? It's kind of what I'm getting, and really focusing on your sensuality, really focusing on that touch, you know, really getting into that Taurus motion, you know what I'm saying? It's kind of what I'm getting. Ooh, yep. Have the Ten of Wands try to pop out. We have Judgment, okay, which actually flew out. So a lot of you guys are granting a second chance or just coming to realization and kind of resurrecting, okay? Some of you guys are realizing a lot of different things and you're trying to learn how to apply that. But again, while you're learning how to apply that, self-care, get a bath bomb. Shit, you know what I'm saying? Some things that have been hidden are certainly coming to light. There are some truths that are certainly coming to light, and you're really having to learn, and you might feel like you were lied to or some shit like that is what I'm getting. All right, a few more shuffles. 3, 2, and our Libras? What's going on? Okay, so right off the rip, we have your underlying energy as the Queen of Swords. I have to keep readjusting. I'm so sorry. All right. Okay. So right off the riff, we have the Queen of Swords. So this is your energy, all right? And as this is being the underlying energy, a lot of you guys, again, are still, and it's clapback season, okay? It's Scorpio season. A lot of you guys are speaking your truth, and people are not used to that. But you guys are being honest and being blunt and kind of cold and detached. For some of you, which isn't always a bad thing. I don't say that as a negative thing. I'm just saying it as like some of you guys are just not taking any shit. You guys are just not here for it at all. And it's like one of those energies. It's like, if I didn't come for you, if I didn't send for you, then don't come for me. It's kind of like what I'm getting. I don't think that you guys are initiating this energy, but I think if you're greeted with it, you are definitely speaking up and speaking your truth, and you might feel that this has kind of isolated you and left you out, right? But I truly just believe that you're in a state of transition, and so you're kind of deciphering with this sword. You're weed whacking through people and through things, you know, and that's the underlying energy that we got. But the heart of the heart of this matter is the Emperor. We have death. This has made an appearance in every reading, okay? But we are in Scorpio season, right? So it is a time for death and rebirth. Again, this is my personal new year because you do take those lessons that you learned previously and you are starting to apply them. You are starting to strategize and think about next year. You know, holiday season is fun and games. You all get to reunite with family. But what are you going to do come January 1st, right? And that mindset starts now, and that is what a lot of people are thinking about. Could be connecting with the Scorpio, but the foundation is just transformation. You guys are really meeting a new side of yourself is really what I'm getting. You guys are meeting a new side of yourself. And then we have strength. That's what I love it. There's a lot of fire energy. I was like, personally, I have some fire in my chart, and I'm also a Taurus moon, so like I'm a very like strong personality. So I always like it when people like get step into themselves. You know, obviously there's a limit, but it's kind of like I'm kind of sensing like, you know, where you have like the terrible twos is what I'm getting, where like some people are aging into the terrible twos where you just learn the word no, and you're like, no, like you want to go to sleep? No. You want some pudding? No. Like that's kind of what I'm getting. You know, and then we have the Hierophant, could be connecting with the Taurus as the most likely outcome, and then our advice, thank you, is the Ace of Wands. Okay, let me see what the Emperor is here. Let me clarify some of these. Alright, so some of you guys were definitely connecting with a Taurus, okay? Or just a really strong personality. Could have been a Taurus or a, I'm getting Taurus, Aries, and Pisces, alright? But some of you guys are now taking action when you haven't before. Or as the Ace of Wands suggests, you are taking action. You are standing up for yourself, all right? Especially if some of you guys have been hurt. I got a lot of comments that had to do with the workplace, but some of you guys, this has to do with love, all right? There was a standstill that you were involved with. Could have been involved with a Pisces with this hangman, but it was stagnant, and it started to weigh on you why there wasn't any movement happening, okay? And so this was something that really started to weigh on you Libras, to the point where like it became where you just had to speak up, where you had to kind of adopt this Emperor attitude where you are the boss, you are control of your kingdom, because this state led to a Three of Swords moment. So the heart of this reading again is heartache, or is hurt and hardship, all right? But you guys, again, there's death to the cycle, and after you stepping into new one, because with this Ace of Wands, you are starting over again. You are closing out a cycle, and you are beginning a new one. And this is a new fiery one. You guys are kind of stepping into Mars. Maybe there's a transit that has happened where Mars is moving into something that aids you in kind of standing up and defending yourself. All right. And so with this Emperor, it's just like a lot of you guys, a lot of you are being truly introduced to another side of you that you have not. You're being introduced to that other side of the scale. Do you know what I'm saying? Like you've been, you know, if you're this way, you've been like, you know, our favorite now all of a sudden is doing this number right here. And like, you're surprised, everybody's surprised, and you're just learning how to deal with that, all right? Because with this death card, again, you guys are transforming. There is a metamorphosis that's happening. It is the new year. Please celebrate, all right? Well, be a glass of wine, a shot, or what have you, your favorite cookies. Celebrate, because you guys are truly entering into a new phase. And again, it was a difficult one. Death is not an easy card. It's one of my favorite cards in the tarot, just because it's an ending and a rebirth. It's a cycle. It's something that, you've earned, right? Death is something that, it's a reward, a gift, and a punishment all in one, right? But we celebrate death we should celebrate death more, just because you're entering a new chapter, you're entering a new phase. And so that is exactly what's happening. You guys are entering a new phase after coming out of a hard one, especially in Scorpio season. You guys are learning the lessons that you had from the past, and you're learning how to apply them as you move forward in the future, because you are presently, the Strength card could be connecting with a Leo, again, as you're standing up for yourself. But I really think that you guys are just standing up for yourself with the Strength card here. There was a beast that you are learning to tame, all right? This beast probably tried to kill her and rip her head off, but she showed maybe love, compassion, I don't know, gave it a doggy treat, and now it's like her bitch, right? You know what I'm saying? And so that is kind of what's happening. You're in the beginning phases of making this beast your bitch, all right? And you're not taking a whole bunch of no's for answers. You're just not. And so you're moving into like this split, to this place with the Hierophant here, again a Taurus, with this Taurian energy, and being faithful to tradition and making your own traditions, being faithful to who you are, learning in fact who you are, and kind of sticking to that, right? And then we have people who are looking up to this person who's looking for guidance, okay? But this is somebody who has power, all right? There's a lot of power here with the Emperor being over it, okay? So we have the Emperor and the Hierophant, and I always give this to Taurus energy too. I relate Taurus energy to the Emperor also. But the thing about Taurian energy is, as you move, okay, and for some of you guys, a commitment is coming in, but Taurus moves slow and steady, wins the race, right? But there's still a bull. So some of y'all's nostrils is, I can't, flaring, okay? Like some like steam, smoke coming out of your nostrils, but in a way that you are able to forge your own reality with this Ace of Wands starting. Some of you guys are just you've taken some shit for so long. Now you guys are like, look, listen here, looky here. I'm not putting up with the fucking bullshit anymore. Like, I don't have time. I really don't have time. If you're not with me, then you're against me, okay? And that's fine. That's fine. I don't care what you decide to do, but I know what I'm going to do, and I'm going to do that for me. I'm going to start moving in my light and my power, okay? And so, obviously, always be careful, okay, with how you speak and how you address people. Like, I'm not going to say, going to work and be like, like, I'm not saying do that, but I am saying, if the opportunity presents itself, it is clap back season. Go ahead and don't be afraid to clap back. Don't be afraid to speak your truth. Don't be afraid to cut those people out of your life, especially if they're making you feel isolated, especially if they're making you feel alone, especially if you're feeling like you're in this Three of Swords moment. The advice here is action. The advice here is to cut this cord with the sword. Cut this vine here. Get off of the branch. Get off of the cross, Get off of this martyrness that you might be feeling, and step into the Emperor. Step into the Hierophant. Step into these leadership positions, because you have the strength to do so, right? Because you've died and you've come back to life. You've resurrected as this really strong bad bitch, as this really strong take care of business man. Do you know what I'm saying? And I absolutely am here for it. I support it, okay? I really do, Libras. Alright, let's get you some oracle. Alright. Believe in the impossible, all right? We have fly out, okay? So believe in the impossible. Miracles do happen, and miracles, are the most natural thing to happen on this planet, right? Excuse me. So if you can't see it, if you're just like, listen, AD, I don't know what the fuck you're talking about. Impossible, okay? Impossible. I'm not Whitney Houston. Things are happening that you can't see. Like I said, I think in the Pisces reading, you have think of the spirits as little worker elves, like they're helping you. Like if you drop your pencil and you're like, where's my pencil? Then it magically appears. That's a little spirit elf, It's impossible. Where did it come from? Okay. I get caught up talking, and then I always, like, forget that I'm shuffling. Because shuffling is just, like, so much. Okay, 3. Almost done. 2. Alright, and 1. Okay. So at the bottom of the deck, we have meditate and contemplate, alright? And with this hangman energy here. But I feel like you've been doing that, alright? And then boom, right under that, we have a fiery climax approaches with this Ace of Wands. So when this fiery climax approaches, how are you going to move forward, okay? How are you going to move forward? What kind of leader are you going to be? Bam. That is a question, because some of you guys are going to be presented with leadership roles. Meditate and contemplate. What kind of leader are you going to be? What kind of mark are you going to leave on this world? What are you going to do? How are you going to bring balance? All right, is kind of what I'm getting with that. And, okay, to answer the question that I just had, bring love into the situation. All right, how are you going to show compassion? And compassion for yourself, all right? Compassion doesn't translate to, I'm just going to let somebody bully me to death and be this martyr like I was talking about earlier. That's not compassion, because you have to have compassion for yourself first before you can demonstrate it to other people, right? Bring love into the situation. It can be bringing love and loving yourself, not always taking the bullet for, not always taking the bullet, not always taking the blame, not always falling on the sword for yourself, all right? But if you are dealing with situations where you do have to stand up for yourself, again, try to stay away from the coldness and the detachedness that sometimes can be associated with the Queen of Swords. And as you're defending yourself, remember that there are feelings involved for other people, so you can classily clap back. Do you understand what I'm saying? And that's kind of what I'm getting. And then boom, we have prosperity lies ahead. So yeah, again, like I said, a lot of you guys are going to be stepping up in leadership roles. And what kind of leader are you going to be? Hopefully a loving one, hopefully a compassionate one. And as you're defending yourself and kind of stepping into your light, and we have Taurus at the bottom of the deck, and stepping into your light and yourself, how exactly are you going to do that? Remember not to be just a cold-hearted, mean bitch, right? One more. Alright. Fire being the underlying energy again, so taking action. A fiery climax approaches. Take action as you're moving. This Ace of Wands. That's what I'm saying. Really speak your truth and start moving in it, because a lot of you guys are going to be greeted with roles of leadership. For some of you guys, it's promotions. For some of you guys, it's just stepping up in the household. All right. It doesn't necessarily have to be like a huge thing, but a lot of you guys are going to be, people are going to be looking at you to know how to move forward, right? Because you're going to be teaching people how to love. And then we have Gemini, which has made its appearance in every reading thus far. And this is communication, all right? Mercury, wit, back and forth. It's your partner, your air sign sibling. We're going to go with that. All right. It's your air sign sibling. And so this is communication. This is really learning to use that duality to spread a message to me of bringing love into a situation. I've been saying this. I was just like, we're in such a shit show as a nation right now. And so now it's really important to be kind, to share our words with others, to help build each other's up. And again, it could be building yourself up. And I'm really not negating that sometimes you do have to stand up for yourself, and you might have to cut people down in order, not cut people down, but you might have to use that sword to get, for people to understand. Like, for instance, I had a really good friend in elementary school where she just used to talk to me all kinds of crazy all the time. And then one day in the bathroom, she said something to me crazy. And I was like, who are you? Like, chill. Like, no, you're not going to talk to me crazy. And she admired that I stuck up for myself. And we became inseparable. All right. So that's kind of like what I'm getting. It's like people are testing you to be like, are you really serious? Are you really about it? Or are you just like kind of like this weak individual? And you're not weak. You have the strength card. And so people are really testing your GHANDI, but you still are GHANDI, but you're just speaking your own truth, right? And then boom, we have Aries. So this is action that is coming out, taking action, using that fire, that Mars God. I really think that there's probably a transit that's happening for you guys, but that Mars God, and just moving forward and what you want to do, because we have this Emperor here too also, which is an Aries card. Okay. So it's really using that word God, and how are you going to press forward? What impact are you going to leave on this world? And for some of you guys, a lot of Libras are very logical, all right? I don't see logic. I think it's action, all right, with this Ace of Wands. I see you guys starting and then thinking of a game plan later, kind of taking that leap of faith first, and then, you know, okay, taking a leap off of a cliff and then building your wings on the way down is what I'm getting. But take that leap. Jump off that cliff. Don't kill yourself, but that's not what I'm saying. But, you know, but hopefully you guys know what I'm saying. Oh, trust. All right, and trust in yourself is really what I'm getting. I really like that. I really think that analogy is kind of pertinent to you guys, as far as like taking that leap and building your wings on the way down. Trust in yourself, trust in the universe, trust in your divine guidance, and your little spirit elves that are helping you, you know, do it. You're not in this alone, and you've been feeling like you're alone. That's what I hope I mentioned the church earlier. I think that was your reading, where it's just like that church, that Five of Pentacles. There is help. There is spirit right behind you, okay? You're not just hobbling around lost. For a lot of you. But just trust your instinct. Trust to communicate. Bring love into this situation, all right? But take action. Really take that leap, you guys. And really defend yourself. Stand up for yourself. And we have, so you got a combination of everybody else's energy. So we have beginnings here. Cancers have that. And this is beginnings. Again, a lot of you guys with this Ace of Wands, it's the new year. I'm trying to tell you, November, it's the new year. You guys are moving. You guys are moving into a new power, and you guys are understanding parts of yourself that you didn't before, right? And integrity. This is you with the Libra scale here. Integrity, bringing balance. We're lacking that right now. You know, we're lacking that. We need some of that Libra energy, but we have to have Libras take action. We have to have Libras speak up and teach us, you know, teach us how to be kind people, how to have integrity, right? Because that's something that you guys naturally have. You guys can be lawyers and judges and all that other stuff. And so we're moving into that time where we need that more than ever, right? Especially what's going on, okay? So I'm just really, these cards have really been on a campaign of preaching love, you know, and I'm advocating for love. I'm advocating for forgiveness, but I am advocating for you guys to step into these leadership roles. Some of you guys are going to be in the spotlight as far as moving forward to bring balance into the life that we have. Some of you guys are going to be kind of celebrities. Some of you guys are going to be looking forward with the Emperor and the Hierophant here. Those are spiritual leaders. Those are leaders just in general and guides, okay? And you're really going to be preaching integrity. So trust yourself, trust the universe, trust the process, and I promise you guys will be rewarded greatly. Okay, Libra? So I really hope that this resonated with you. Please let me know. Don't forget I'm doing the $10 special. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and I will see you guys soon. All right? Bye, Libras.